let's talk about that for a second, because we don't know with certainty, and we're not reporting how the door got slammed and who slammed it. It could have been the Dolphins decided after the Flores lawsuit, we just can't do this. And look, as unnamed Dolphin sources tell us, the Saints slammed the door in their face before the Flores lawsuit was filed. It's possible that maybe the Saints didn't, or maybe it was the filing of the lawsuit that caused the door to slam, and maybe it was somebody else who pushed the door in New Orleans, not Gail Benson, the owner of the team, or Mickey Loomis, the GM of the team.
Well,
and the idea that
well, I was going to say, Mike, that's where I look at it. And again, I don't know this, and I'm not reporting this, but we have conversations like this all the time. This is one of those where I'd look at it and go, I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL got involved in this a little bit, if they got wind of what was going down, with the way it looked, the optics, everything about it. Wait, we're firing a successful African-American head coach. We don't know why we're firing him. That's a crazy issue altogether. That's going on, But then, the aspect of, Brady, not a free agent on another team, him doing that. That's where I could see the NFL getting involved a little bit, and I know those rumors are out there a little bit as far as maybe them putting the kibosh on this to a degree.
Well, and look, again, the rumors are out there. We don't know it, and we're not reporting it. Nope. And it creates issues. It creates issues for the league if the league would simply slam the door on it and not take action. I think other owners would be upset with the knowledge that the league found out about it and simply said, knock it off, because on one hand, you've got hand in the cookie jar violation of the Rooney Rule if you've got something lined up with Sean Payton without properly interviewing minority candidates. That's one problem that would
Mike.
Presumably justify punishment that wouldn't have happened if the league simply said, pull the plug. And then on the Brady side, it's tampering. Attempted tampering, actual tampering, the conversations, if there were conversations while he's under contract, really any conversations anyone has with Brady now about playing is tampering because he's still under contract with the Buccaneers. Some would say they get what they deserve because they blatantly tampered with Brady 2 years ago. But that's why I got some pushback when I started poking around on the idea that the league office slammed the door, because teams would be upset to know that all the league did was slam the door and not kick some ass as a result of it. But here's how I would thread that needle.
Yeah.
You pull the plug on it because it wouldn't be the right development at a time when they're reeling from a lawsuit that they initially boasted is without merit, and we've learned in the weeks since then it's hardly without merit. But if you punish the Dolphins for that, then you make that a story too. On top of everything else that's alleged by Brian Flores, we caught them with one hand in each cookie jar, trying to violate the spirit, if not the letter of the Rooney Rule on one hand, and trying to tamper with Tom Brady on the other hand. We don't want to announce to the world that we got a corrupt organization, because then Congress is going to be even farther up our butts than they already are, pardon me.
Right. Well, a corrupt organization on top of a corrupt organization is the way it's going to look. I mean, that's where it's just, it's dicey that way. And that's where, again, I could see the NFL getting involved, I think, if that it did go down the way, we're portraying here. Which, again, I know enough to know that there's something here. That's for sure. Sean Payton and the Dolphins, there was
definitely something there.
Yes.
There was
Brady
definitely something there.
And Sean Payton together to the Dolphins is a real thing. I know too many people that know and have told me now. So that's a real thing. And then Mike knows people too. And we're not talking to the same people. I have no idea who Mike's talking to. So it's a real thing. And I don't know when it was going to come out or what, people were waiting for as far as, when this information gets out there. But it's a pretty amazing development, and it's one that I can understand the NFL getting involved in a little bit because of the optics and everything that you explained there.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.